Hey, haven't had an update in a while, like a week, I think, or 5, 6 days, because I've been busy and I don't have too much to report. I don't actually have too much to say because we've kind of gone into this routine. Um, and it's more of what I've already said. I mean, last time we talked about comics, still going to Comic-Con, and I visited, from that point, I visited a lot of comic book stores. And it's always really, really cool for me, but there's not much more to say, because there are no comic book stores where I come from. Well, there's two, and both of them could fit into any one of the comic book stores that I've visited so far, easily, with room to spare. So, going into any one of these comic book stores is exceptionally cool. And it remains cool every time, even if it's the same store or it's a different store. It's just interesting to go around. Some of these stores, have more alternative stuff. Some of these stores are just Marvel, DC, nothing else. And there's a variety of them. There's a bunch of them in a relatively small, all walking distance, and that boggles my mind. Also, I've been to a couple of gaming stores, but it's mostly comic book stores, and and one anime stuff store as well. Just that culture, not manga, just that culture of anime. And they're just really cool to walk around. I try and not buy too many crap. I'm not a very sentimental person. I don't really buy memorabilia and stuff like that. If I really like something and I really love it, then maybe I'll buy something of it, maybe. But I'm kind of cheap in that sense. I just don't buy. It's for myself, right? So I don't buy for myself stuff. I do buy presents for people, but not for myself that much. But yeah, those remain really cool to walk around in. And in terms of other stuff, I didn't have access to the Game Lab over the weekend because of something fell through, so sadly. Not fell through, actually, just didn't happen. And because I didn't have that, and it was really boiling hot, I had to just leave. Because it was either staying here and dying of heat, or leaving and dying of heat, but doing stuff. So I decided to just go outside and do stuff, and actually walked around and found two really sweet shops, literally sweet, because one of them was a honey shop. And when I say a honey shop, I mean honey. It's just honey. A honey bar, and honey on tap. And everything you could possibly imagine that has anything to do with bees and honey. Weird as hell? Yes. But it was kind of cool, and I bought honey because I really like honey. And also a store with tons of teas from across the world, so I just open this tea, smell it, smells good, put that aside. Open that tea, no, that's great. And you just keep on going until you find a couple of teas, and you get this little nice gift basket, the gift thing box with teas. It's awesome. I love tea, if you hadn't noticed. So, yeah, those things, those things happened. Walked around a little bit, but it was really, really hot, and I can't stress, I've talked about this, but I can't stress this complaint enough, because between Sunday and Monday, it's Tuesday now, and I actually managed to sleep today, on this night, but previous night, between Sunday and Monday, was atrocious. I actually had the fan that's right now trying to do something to cool me off, but not succeeding very well. I actually had it on this chair, directly facing the bed, which is kind of high up, and I was still sweating the entire night, and I did not sleep at all. And I wanted to die. It was terrible. And I get it that you don't really need air conditioning during the majority of the year because it's so cold and there's so much snow, but my god, the summer is terrible. And according to what I understand, they have no say at which dorm we get, and also most dorms are not air conditioned. So it just kind of sucks to be here at summer because there's nothing you can do about it. But other than that, that's the only major complaint that I have towards this. And there aren't really any more additional things that are big. There are a couple of things that I'm contemplating that cost a decent amount of money, like going to see a show, a band, like a music show, around. They cost a fair amount of money. There are a couple of interesting bands that are coming over, but I don't know if I really want to go. I'm contemplating it. We'll see if I actually do it. But it's not like I have a lack of things to do that are free, or that are just, visiting areas that don't cost you money. There are definitely enough of those to keep me busy. So, I'm doing really well. Routine is setting in. And yeah, other than that, we've also been working on a game, which I should definitely show you at least a little bit of the progress, which, ding ding, which should be this. So yeah, so this is a little bit of progress. You can already see this a little bit different, and there's particles. Most of the systems are there. I'd even say almost all of the systems are there that should be there. There should be like a battery. I think I picked up the battery, so I should be able to unplug and go to this radar station, which lights up things. This is a test scene, so there's only like 2 things, and clearly you can see this is a giant purple circle, so it's still, you know, art, like coder art, or programmer art. Not all the art is quite there, but most of the coding systems are actually in place, which is really cool. And we're tweaking them, and we're still fixing them, and we're making them better, and we're changing things. But the majority of what still needs to be done is incorporating animation and art and all those things. But yeah, it works well. We're actually getting there, and I'm really excited. Most of the things work like we want them to. The rope is still, it's okay, cable, whatever. But yeah, it's fine. Yeah, there you go. It's fine. We're doing well. I like my team. The product owner we have is really, I feel it's the perfect level of involvement for him to help us out and tell him what direction he wants us to go, but letting us get there on our own, letting us make the choices, and just talking us through it in a really cool way. I'm really enjoying my team and my everything. The workshop is doing very, very well. And yeah, that's kind of it. I don't have much more to say other than that. I'll probably update maybe on the weekend, depending if I'll get the key to the game lab, and then I'll just be there most of the time, probably, if I'm honest. And if not, then maybe just next week to show you some progress on the game. But I'm good. I'm just good, you know? I'm just good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and